blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all rad, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like whatever, together forever. We're never gonna sever, laughing and sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back, it's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
So, did you have a nice week?
I did. It was hot.
It's hot.
It was cranky.
And you guys have been getting rain down here.
Like hella rain.
Yeah,
like
and in Dover,
horrible
they're
rain.
like, yeah, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Oh, nope, sorry.
So actually, we're supposed to get one. We had actually last night before, tornado touchdown, real close to here. We're recording at my mom's house. And,
We are?
in Dagsboro, and she lost her power Sunday. Yeah, and it looks like it's clouding up right now.
Yeah, they're promising rain again in Dover. It is supposed to rain, so we'll see. It's just a pain in the butt because I love watering the flowers, but in this heat, I'm like, can a sister get a break? Just one day can you rain so I don't have to water?
Look, yesterday I knew it was going to rain, so I did bring my raincoat. But the problem is it's 86,000 degrees.
Right.
And then when you put the rain, because my raincoat is Gore-Tex, so it doesn't breathe very well. But I brought it, and it did rain hellaciously for like 45 minutes. I did take my lunch break at one point because I was like, I can't even drive in this. Like, so I sat in my truck while it poured, and they leak. So if you live in an area where it rains a lot, your mail will get wet because every one of those trucks leaks. Sorry, it's just the way it is. They all leak.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know how to stay dry when it's pouring ass rain.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was that. That was my week. How was your week?
I had a nice weekend. I went to a winery with a friend of mine that I haven't seen in years.
Lovely.
Yes, we each bought a bottle of wine, and we each were there. We were there for 4 hours, and we only drank half of each of our own bottles because we were literally talking the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And I ordered new eyeglasses.
Ooh.
Yes, but even better, I had the nicest experience with my eye doctor. I'm not going to name the name, but I just want to shout out how awesome the office was because I went in there and I hadn't been there for a while, and there's reasons for that. And I explained myself, and they just treated me with so much compassion, and were really
Cool.
really nice about the whole thing. So in our current climate, it's nice to know there are still really nice people out there.
You should totally get the glasses I have.
I'm in.
Where you can change them out. And then maybe sometime I should write them a letter because I'm like their number one fan.
You should. Maybe they'll sponsor the show.
I know. Because currently I have skulls on mine. And where else can you get glasses with skulls?
Exactly.
And you can change them every day.
Exactly.
So pair eyewear if you're out there listening.
But yeah, it's also cool now. They just give you your prescription. I guess
Yes.
there's so many online people now.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they do that because it was always so awkward. Like, I don't want your $600 glasses. Can I please have my prescription?
I had to get the 600 ones the last time before I got these because my insurance covered it.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah.
So, and my little tax-free health card,
Yeah.
it re-upped on yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
I know. I have a lot, and I have a lot on mine, and I think I need to go back to they keep sending me an email. I don't know how long I've had these, so.
A while.
Oh, has it?
It
I'm gonna
feels
get
like
the
it.
same ones though, because then I can just keep the toppers that I have. I'm telling you, I love these stupid things. New glasses every day.
Yeah.
I love that for myself.
Yeah.
What else? That was it.
Yeah. I mean, just super busy work.
I forget. We did watch a movie this week.
Oh, I watched Dirty Dancing the other night.
Did you?
Yes. It was very difficult. It's been a while since I've watched it. And I've become much more informed about a lot of things since then.
Well, I heard a thing that said when you were a kid, you identified with baby, and as an adult, you're like, why? Who would let her go out like that?
Yeah, like her father was not wrong.
That's what I.
So yeah, a lot of it's problematic. But God, the soundtrack, and it's just so sweet. It really is. Except that Patrick Swayze's 30 and she's 16, but it's also Patrick Swayze who is a saint. So anyway, it was fun, but that abortion scene was brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't gone. Well, I don't know if it's out. It's out this week. The Jurassic World. I am a huge. Okay.
Duh.
Yeah. I like the dinosaurs. However, I don't know. I made us watch about 6 trailers for it because there was one trailer that I saw something and I was like, hold on. That's not a real dinosaur. What is happening? And they don't have feathers. Why don't they have feathers? And there is new debate on the T-Rex as to whether or not the T-Rex had wings, as opposed to, that's why it has little teeny arms.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Possibly it had wings. But they didn't put feathers on it. Why? We all know they had feathers at this point. They put the fucking feathers on there.
Must not have looked as good
It's
cinematically.
all CGI. Like it's AI will put feathers on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I can't decide because, I mean, all the rest of it looks good, but then it's this one. It looks like a cross between a dinosaur and an alien. Like the alien from Aliens. Yeah. Yeah. A face hugger. Like the grown up face hugger. When it came out, like they show it in one of the clips, like real quick. And I was like, wait a minute. That's Alien. Come on. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And he was like, really? And I was like, I mean,
I have to say, I was shocked they released another one.
I can't believe them. They're just going to bleed that well, I guess.
Yeah. But it's going to start getting really tacky.
I mean, there's only so many times you could go back to the island.
Right.
And get surprised by it.
Yeah. And the original is just so good.
But I saw a thing, Scarlett Johansson was talking about it, and she's been trying to get in, apparently, to the franchise since she was like a kid on the first one.
Seriously, it took this long for her to get in.
That's what she
She's
said.
freaking Charlize Theron.
No. Oh, what's her face? Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, her too. Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah. I always mix those two up too.
I know. So, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
You know you're going to see it.
And then, well, we were watching, because, you know, once you start on YouTube with the new trailers, and they just show one right after another, and then there's apparently a new Dracula coming out.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Who's Dracula?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's pre-Dracula. It's Vlad.
Oh, who's playing that?
I don't know who it was. I don't know who that dude is. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, true. I watch award shows now, and I know like 20% of the people that are on there.
I'm like, who is that?
Music and acting. Like, I've literally never heard your name or seen your face before.
We finished up the 50th anniversary of SNL last night, as a matter of fact. And I don't remember. It was one of the last ones. And I was like, who is that even? When it was, I don't know, the musical guest, some dude that I don't know. And he was like, you know the song. And I was like, I don't know the song. And he was like, you know the song. And I was like, did they play it on TikTok? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, well then I probably know the song. I don't remember who he is though, but I did know the song.
Okay.
But I was done. We just fast forward through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finished that up. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Boring.
Yeah. Boring's good. I'll take some boring. All right. So before we get into today's show, I would like to ask anyone listening to please like, share, rate, review. We are trying to build up and we're doing good. Our Threads is taking off. Did you see Facebook? We've almost doubled our followers in about the past month.
Yeah.
So we're making headway. So we just ask you to hit those little stars right there for us. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on all socials at Like Whatever Pod. We are on YouTube at Like Whatever. And you can send an email to likewhateverpod@gmail.com. So now let's fuck around and find out about breakup songs of the 80s and 90s.
So excited.
There's a billion.
of them, yeah.
So I've tried to pick out ones that I like.
Yep. Hey, it's your podcast. You get to do what you want.
Yep.
Fuck everybody else. If you don't like it, too bad.
All right. So the first one I want to discuss is Every Breath You Take by the Police, which I never actually thought of as a love song. It's definitely a stalker song. I don't know where they were really going with that, but so anyway, Every Breath You Take to this day is perceived to be a love song. However, the lyrics are actually spoken from a character with sinister intent, as we said. During the time Sting wrote the song, he had just divorced his first wife, Frances Tomelty. While his intention may have been to write a sweet, emotional love song from the beginning, he was soon realizing that he was entering into a dark place that fought for control and surveillance. Being in the midst of the Cold War at that time did not help the situation. So is it a spy song? Musically, the track features a minimal arrangement. Sting's bass, Stuart Copeland's drums, and Andy Summers' guitar round out the basic tracks with added synths, piano, and recording effects to boost the production. This was at a time where the band were having conflicts on a regular basis, which almost caused producer Hugh Padgham to quit and the recording to cease. Regardless of the turmoil during the recording, Every Breath You Take was a worldwide success. The music video, directed by Godley and Cream, even won the band the first Best Cinematography Award at the 1983 MTV Video Music Awards. The song also stands as the signature song of the Police and has been played more than 9 million times on the radio. So I do like that song. It is definitely not the Police's best song by far.
No.
So I don't agree with that one.
I like Roxanne.
I love Roxanne. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't even think of... Well, actually, my favorite song by the Police is even creepier, and it's Don't Stand So Close to Me.
I love that song, too.
I know, which is about an adult teacher and a high school girl.
Young teacher.
Yeah, but...
The subject.
Oh, it's such a good song.
School. That's all we can sing.
It was also the best-selling single of 1983 and the fifth best-selling single of the 1980s in the United States. That's crazy talk. It was not the fifth best song of the 80s. Winner of the 1984 Best Song of the Year and Best Pop Performance by a duo or group with vocals Grammy Awards. Number 84 on the Rolling Stones list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. I don't even know how they compile that list. Like, every time I hear it, like, usually the top three, I'm like, I could see where you might think that, but how do you choose? Like,
I imagine it's what spent the most time on...
like data.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, emotionally.
I think it's probably just what charted the longest. And,
yeah.
like, I imagine Thriller would be like... Or Beat It, or Billie Jean, or one of Michael Jackson's songs, probably at the number one.
I think Michael Jackson's always at least top three, if not number one.
Yeah.
And it topped the Billboard Top 100 for 8 weeks and the UK Singles Chart for 4 weeks.
It's funny because our friend who has passed, we had our secret code, which is probably not so secret. Whenever a celebrity would die and we didn't know, like the other one, we would just text the other one, poor Sting, because for a while it was like all of Sting's friends were dying, or like Sting was coming out and speaking on whatever celebrity died. So for the longest time we would just text each other like, poor Sting, and then the other one would have to like struggle to find out who died and how it was related to Sting.
I've been binge watching Only Murders in the Building again. I haven't seen the fourth season, but I've started at the beginning, which, by the way, if you haven't watched that, it's an amazing show. But Sting's in the first season, and he's one of their suspects in the murder. And there's an elevator scene with him, and it's so funny.
Man, he's got to be old, though.
He still looks like Sting.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I don't think he ages.
I don't think he does either.
All right. So next, again, not my favorite song by this band, but it was.
Not my favorite band.
No.
I have said this before.
Yes, you have, even though you can't tell a reason why.
I don't have one.
Okay. So With or Without You by U2.
I know every word to every one of their songs.
Yes.
And I still can't
Because
stand
it played on the radio nonstop in the 90s.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for when I'm listening to U2.
Yeah, With or Without You isn't, I mean, of course, it's a classic U2 song. It was never one of my favorites again, but With or Without You was released as the lead single from the album, The Joshua Tree. It was the band's most successful single at the time. It features sustained guitar parts played by guitarist The Edge, along with vocals by lead singer Bono, and a bass line by bassist Adam Clayton. The song originated from a demo recorded in late 1985. Purportedly a troubled love song, the track's lyrics were inspired by Bono's conflicting feelings about the lives he led as a musician and domestic man. So where's the love story part in that?
I can't live with or without you.
Yeah, but he said that the lyrics are actually about how he feels about his life as a musician and his life as a domestic
I don't
man.
know. I can only think of the chorus right now.
Yeah, I don't know. When I worked for Grottos in Lewis when I was 18, it was the summer I graduated high school. I was a hostess, and there was a cute boy waiter that worked there, but he had a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And we would innocently flirt with each other. Mm-hmm. But he had scored some U2 tickets, and he came to me one night and said his girlfriend hated U2 and didn't want to go. Did I want to go? Fuck yeah, I want to go. So I was so excited. And then, of course, his girlfriend found out and was like, no. So
fuck no.
Which I understand. I just wanted to go see U2. I didn't want to cheat. But yeah, so I didn't get to go. But he did bring me back his ticket stubs, which is kind of lame, but whatever. I guess he had a crush on me. I don't know.
Restaurant love.
Yes. All right. Next, a song that has been way overplayed, but I still just love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep.
I like the extended version.
Yeah.
Every time it comes on, I will listen to it.
Yep. So we got Tainted Love by Soft Cell. Soft Cell's 1981 synth pop hit Tainted Love is a remake of a 1964 Gloria Jones song. I did not know that. Jones's song was a B-side to My Bad Boys Coming Home, a Motown single that flopped. Must be why I've never heard of it. And it's a shame that the B-side to that, of course, that didn't do anything. But then another band comes along and makes one of the most popular songs of all time.
Right, and that's one of the way it goes.
Yeah.
Although I do like Marilyn. I struggle with Marilyn Manson. I know he's a horrible human being. I know.
I don't know that about him.
He's a horrible human being.
Is he really?
Yes. Just awful. Anyway.
But you enjoy his music.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Unfortunately, I do. And unfortunately, his cover songs are some of my favorite covers. He knows how to cover a fucking song, and he does a cover of Tainted Love.
Yeah, and he covers it in his own way. It sounds like a Marilyn Manson song.
Personal Jesus he did. I mean, any of his covers are just really good.
Yeah.
I don't actually know any of the words to any of his actual songs. I guess I do, but
You know The Beautiful People, probably.
Literally, that's like only one, probably.
Okay, that was the only one I could think of. All right, so
I've seen him in concert, too. They opened for 9 Inch Nails before anybody knew who they were.
So Gloria Jones' Tainted Love blew up in the UK's northern soul scene in the 70s after British club DJ Richard Searling bought a used copy on a trip to the US. After Tainted Love got a boost from the northern soul scene, Gloria Jones recorded a new version in 1974, but it failed to chart. That poor lady. She just wasn't in the cards for her.
She's probably getting paid, though, every time.
Hell yeah,
now.
she is. When Soft Cell decided to give the song a go in 1981, they changed the key and slowed the tempo. They worked with producer Mike Thorne to create the electronic arrangement for the song. Told sound on sound. You could smell the coke on that second.
You really can.
Northern Soul version. It was really so over-ramped and so frantic. It was good for the dance floor, but I didn't like the record. When Soft Cell performed the song, I heard a very novel sound and a very nice voice. So off we went. And I also forgot to add in the beginning that almost all my information comes from genius.com with a tiny splash of wiki splashed in there. I try not to use wiki, but sometimes it's a necessary evil.
Yep.
All right. This song I chose because...
You have to. It's like against the law to not. I mean, it's like this, seriously.
I have a middle school dance story about this song.
Good.
So that's why it's here. So this one is Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little...
Right. In so much trouble.
Man, I had this 45, and at the very end, when she goes, turn around, bright eyes, the second time she says that, turn around, bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes. And for decades, every time I heard that song, I heard the skip at the end when it would get to it. I haven't heard it in a long time. Maybe I would still hear the skip. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, Total Eclipse of the Heart is the lead single by Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler from her 5th studio album, Faster Than the Speed of Night, in 1983. It was written and produced by Jim Steinman and recorded in 1982, released as a single by CBS/Columbia in 1983. The song, a debut with Rory Dodd, became Tyler's biggest career hit, topping the UK singles charts and becoming the 5th best-selling single in 1983 in the United Kingdom. In the United States, the single spent 4 weeks at the top of the charts, keeping another Steinman-penned song, Making Love Out of Nothing at All by Air Supply, also a great song, from reaching the top spot. A song Taylor would later cover in 1995. And it was Billboard's number 6 song of the year for 1983. The song was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. Its accompanying music video was directed by Russell Mulcahy and filmed in Surrey, England. Worldwide, the single has sales in excess of 6 million copies and was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America for sales of over 1 million copies after its release. Updated to platinum in 2001 when the certification threshold changed. In 2015, the song was voted by the British public as the nation's 3rd favorite 1980s number 1 in a poll for ITV.
Her other song, Hold Out for a Hero. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
What movie was that? Was it a Tom Cruise
Shrek.
movie?
Shrek.
It wasn't Shrek, but I think it was also in like...
I only know it. I don't only know
Maybe
it
not.
from
But
Shrek.
anyway, my story.
Right.
So when I was in 3rd and 4th grade, I had a boyfriend named Kenny. And Kenny had a twin brother named Carl. They were identical twins. And I lived like 2 blocks from the school. And those were the good old days when you just walked home from school and there were no parents or teachers or anybody in sight.
Right.
You just were set free to wander and find your way home.
Good luck.
Yeah. And they would like follow me, but like hide. And my mom always knew they were coming home with me. And they would come home and come to my house, and my mom would like feed us or whatever. And they had the cool Donkey Kong, like handheld, video machine
like a
looking
video
thing.
game.
Yes. So anyway, we were at a middle school dance. I must have stayed with Kenny up till 5th grade. That would have been middle school.
That's long term.
It really was. We were committed. So anyway, we were at the dance and Total Eclipse of the Heart came on and I wanted to dance with him so bad and he refused. So his twin Carl danced with me, which I thought was so sweet.
That is very sweet.
Yep. So yeah. And then another girl who ended up being a lesbian stole him from me and then beat me up in the locker room after she stole my boyfriend. But I don't know. Crazy middle schoolers.
I had my middle school song. What I got to dance with my crush was You're the Inspiration by Chicago.
Ooh.
Yep.
I love it.
Funny how songs that mean whatever, but like that. Every time I hear that song, it's like back in the time zone and I get to dance with my crush.
All right. I'm setting you up for a plug here. Don't leave me hanging. The next song is Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. Go for it.
Okay. If you would like to listen to the episode that we did on The Breakfast Club, it's number it's called Sincerely Yours, The Breakfast Club. And it's a couple episodes back. Apparently I didn't put an episode number on that one. But I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, so you should go back and listen to it.
Yep. All right. So written by Keith Forsey and Steve Schiff, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me was released as a single February 20th, 1985, and was featured as the main theme of the classic 1985 teen film, The Breakfast Club. Originally offered to The Fix, Brian Ferry, and Billy Idol. Can you imagine Billy Idol singing that song? No. Me neither. But all declined. Idol did, however, record his own version years later.
I guess you can go back and listen and find him. You can find it.
I don't think I want to. Okay, Forsey then asked Simple Minds, who initially refused but eventually agreed, per suggestion of their label A&M. It's said that the band rearranged and recorded the song in 3 hours and promptly forgot about it, considering it was just another song they recorded for somebody. The song would go on to top the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart, making it Simple Minds' biggest hit in the U.S. to date. Because of The Breakfast Club.
I was going to say. I mean, there's only one reason.
They just lucked out right there.
Yeah. The next one I'm so excited about because it comes from my favorite 80s movie of all time.
Oh.
I don't know why this one's my favorite, but it is.
I have a fun story about this one, too. So this one is If You Leave by OMD, a.k.a. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. If You Leave is a song by British pop synth group Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. The track was commissioned by John Hughes to be used in the final season of his 1986 film Pretty in Pink. The track reached international success, managing to enter music charts around the world. In the United States, it became the group's highest charting single ever after it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Alongside their 1980 hit Enola Gay, which is probably my favorite OMD song, If You Leave is considered to be one of the band's signature songs. It has had an enduring presence as one of the most distinguished and recognizable tracks of the 80s.
That movie, I don't know why I love that one so much. I love Ducky. I mean,
yes, of course.
I think I wanted to be Ducky.
I think you wanted to be Molly Ringwald too.
Probably because she makes her own.
In a way.
She always she dresses kooky in that one. Mm-hmm. She makes her own dress.
And she's awkward and
I know everybody
different.
Has talked about how hideous that dress is. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like the little piece around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I like what's her face in it as her the lady who worked in the record store.
Mm-hmm. And that one had the Asian kid in it too.
No.
What's that happening?
That's 16 Candles.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. No, it was just, I mean, when Ducky does, and if you get the chance, he redoes that on Jay Leno, Jimmy Fallon. One of them, probably Jimmy Fallon.
Such a great scene.
He redoes it. And it is all time favorite thing. I loved his creepers. I wanted his creepers. I have never had a pair of creepers.
That shocks me.
I know. I don't know why I can't get past. I can't let go of the docks to put the creepers on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. I really should get myself a pair of creepers, but I never had any. But I mean, man.
Well, when we get rich off the podcast, you can buy yourself creepers.
I'm going to buy myself white creepers. I'm going to wear them. The next one's going to make me sad.
So, no, but my story with OMD is back, and I've mentioned this before, but if you haven't memorized all the details of my life so far, I'll refresh your memory.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you even a fan?
Are you even listening?
But when I was 16, I had a pen pal from San Diego, California. Her name was Shelly. And she came to visit. She was only like 14, but she was being raised by her aunt. And California is just crazy and much freer than it is here. So they threw her on a plane and sent her across the country to a stranger's house to stay for a couple weeks.
Safe.
The good old days. But she is the one that introduced me to orchestral maneuvers in the dark. She brought a cassette with her. She left it with me because I loved it so much. And I wore that thing out. So, yeah, that's what's fun about music is just so many memories are attached to it in so many ways.
They so take you back to just a second of time,
Yes.
or just an area. Like you just know exactly. You can relive it. You can smell it. You can. It's crazy how that just takes you back to a time, and you know everything about. Like you could have not remembered anything about that for decades, and then one song just because the next I'll tell you why the next one will stop me in my tracks every time I hear it. So.
All right. So let's get
Heather's
going.
going to bring the room down in a
Oh,
minute.
Lord, are you going to cry?
No.
Good.
I'm on pills for that.
Oh, great. How's the rage, by the way?
Much better.
Really? It worked.
I don't feel like I'm going to murder anybody.
Oh, well, that's disappointing, but I'm glad you feel better.
I don't feel like that. I really honestly had like rage in my gut. Like I could feel it.
Yeah.
It was a physical symptom. And I don't have that anymore. I still probably could kill somebody, but I don't feel like I'm going to.
I mean, you're not going to turn down an opportunity.
Never will. I still get very angry, but I can control it a little bit better now.
Okay, good. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Um,
Hormones.
Yeah, I love it when medication works.
Yep.
So, In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. This song features Senegalese superstar Youssou N'Dour singing through the coda. He sings parts of the chorus as translated in his native Wolof. Whew, that sentence.
That was a sentence.
That was too. I should have just deleted that one out. Popular lore holds that this song was written for Rosanna Arquette, who I love.
I love her too. I love the whole Arquette
And
clan.
I did not know that. I know. With whom Gabriel lived for some time in the 80s and early 90s. Gabriel has said that despite the fact that the song came to be exclusively associated with romantic love in popular culture, he originally wanted to write lyrics that were ambiguously about both romantic love and love of God, a blurring employed in some African music. This song is famously used for the classic romantic comedy Say Anything. That was a good one, too. Originally intended as the album's closing track, Gabriel instead made it the fifth track, as its placement at the start of side 2 would make the bass line sound deeper and fuller thanks to the physical intricacies of vinyl, in which the turntable needle's velocity decreases the closer it gets to the center of the record, resulting in a higher noise floor and reduced sound quality, especially in the lower frequencies.
Good to know.
That's your little science lesson for today. This was also the case on CD and cassette releases, which did not have this limitation. The 2002 and 2012 remasters, meanwhile, would restore Gabriel's original intention, making In Your Eyes the album closer across all formats.
So, Heather's sad story about this one.
God.
I know it's going to bring you down too.
Great.
So, because I know you people don't memorize any of our lives, and I don't even know if I've told you this. I used to date Nicole's brother-in-law.
I hooked them up on a New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
They had a crush on each other.
Yeah. And so we watched Say Anything a lot. Mm-hmm. And I said to him once that if we ever broke up, that he was required to bring his boombox and play that song for me.
Try to get you back.
Yes.
Okay.
So, sad story, real quick. He died. In a really
Excessively tragically.
extremely tragically. On my watch. So
No.
I was in Florida. I didn't kill him. I was, however, investigated. Don't tell anybody.
It was his fault.
It was his fault. That's why I don't drink. Anyway, more importantly, every time, I don't care what station it is, for still, I can still walk in places, and that song will come on out of nowhere. Like, it won't be playing any 80s. It'll be playing like just the weirdest stuff, and then that song will drop. That song haunts me. It follows me the fuck around, drives me nuts.
Aww.
That and My Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even listen to that one. But yeah. So Peter Gabriel follows me around. Tries to make me sad all the time. Fuck you, Peter Gabriel. You're making me sad. But yeah, it will come on. It's so weird all the time. I can switch channels, and it'll come on, and then it'll come on again. It'll be totally different channel.
That's
Leave me
weird.
alone, bro.
Right? Get a life.
It's been 25 years. Move on.
Right?
Anyway.
All right.
Sad
Next.
story over.
Yes. And scene. All right. Our next one is Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor, which is one of the classic love songs of all time. That song with no connection will make me cry when I listen to it.
Man, that's a great song.
And her voice is so
Amazing.
perfect for it. Plus, we love her anyway.
I mean, I love Prince and all, but I don't like his. I know it's his song, but man,
Yeah, I can't even fathom him singing it. And he
it's
knew
not-
that, so
yeah.
that's why.
he released it, but it's
Yeah.
hers is a lot.
And I hate it when people remake it. I'm like, stop.
Yeah,
Just stop.
you can't.
There are some things that should not be remade,
Yeah,
like Twister, the movie. All
they
right.
did, didn't they?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I watched that the other night too. Not the new one. I refuse. I watched the old one.
Cow.
Even though I can recite the whole thing. So anyway, originally written and composed by Prince for one of his side projects, The Family. It was later made famous by Irish recording artist Sinead O'Connor, whose arrangement was released as the second single from her second studio album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, which, by the way, is just a fucking phenomenal album.
Yep.
Black Boys on Mopeds. Oh my God. I love that song so much. So much. Anyway, this version, which O'Connor co-produced with Nellie Hopper, became a worldwide hit in 1990. A music video, which has been described as iconic, was shot and received heavy rotation on MTV.
That's perfect. That's a perfect video too.
It
for that.
is.
I mean, just everything about that is perfection.
I know. Although, oh my gosh, talk about a perfect video. The other day I was on Spotify and on the playlist came up and came on Untitled by D'Angelo. Do you know that song?
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
It's
You don't know me.
maybe you remember the video. He was it was just him from the Treasure Trail up with no clothes. Glistening, beautiful black skin.
No, I don't remember that.
Braids.
No.
Ugh. Talk about fine. God, right? Anyway, I digress. Let's see. O'Connor stated in a 2019 interview that she thought covering the song would make Prince love her. However, the results were quite different. I thought Prince would fall in love with me and it would all be lovely, but he was the most frightening human I have ever met in my life, even more frightening than my mother.
I've heard that about him.
Yeah, I could see that about him. He was very private for as very famous as he was.
Very weird. Dude.
Yep. All right, I had to include the next one because they are from Philly.
Motown Philly. Oh, no.
Back again. All right, so End of the Road by Boyz II Men, which happens to be one of my least favorite Boyz II Men songs. In this song, one of the boys know that his time with his girl is coming to an end, but he isn't ready to let go of her. And can I just tell you that I was today years old when I realized that song wasn't about a relationship. I think I thought, all right, that it is about a relationship. I think I thought someone had passed away.
That's so hard to say goodbye.
Oh, all right. Thanks for setting me straight. Sure. It's been a busy week. End of the Road was Boyz II Men's first ever #1 single, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts for 13 straight weeks, which was a record at the time. This song also won 2 Grammys for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals and Best R&B Song.
You know, Boyz II Men and Belle Biv DeVoe did an Eagles halftime show once that I was at.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty
I mean, I did get to see
Montel
Jordan with You, which was a highlight of my life. I love that song. And that's one of those songs. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I saw them. I mean, I have told anybody who will listen that I saw him, and they're always like, oh, really? That's not even
the
that
Belle Biv
exciting.
DeVoe and Boyz II Men was.
I was a
probably my
huge
standout for that.
BBD,
Yeah.
BDD, Belle Biv, BBD, ABC, BBD. Anyway, so
East Coast Family.
yeah, I wore out that album, or cassette. Anyway, next one of my all-time favorite singers, all-time favorite songs, both the original and this one. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
It's so crazy how different they are,
But
both great.
so beautiful.
I mean, first of all, fucking Dolly Parton. I mean,
she has lived the life.
she is an amazing human being.
And her husband's just there. They're just happy living a normal
she is
life.
covered in tattoos, right?
That doesn't
that
surprise
rumor
me.
is true.
I didn't know that, but it does not
She
surprise
wears
me at all.
she wears all the way down to her fingers.
She always has.
Yes, because she's not covered in tattoos, but she says she has quite a few, and they don't really go along with her. What she thinks she should be putting out there. It's like a butterflies. I think she said.
does have an image.
Yep, and so she covers them all the time.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So
Let them go, Dolly. Let them go. She also has, I don't know if you know this, but she puts out books once a month that are free to anyone.
Children?
Yeah, any children. I think anyone can sign up for it. We deliver them all the time.
I knew she had a children's book thing going on.
Every once a month, I believe it is. Or every couple weeks, I know.
Yeah, that's a really awesome cause.
Yeah.
I Will Always Love You was covered by Whitney Houston and recorded for her 1992 film, The Bodyguard. The song was originally written by Dolly Parton and released on June 6, 1974. I was a wee little 1-year-old. As the second single from her 13th solo studio album, Jolene.
Of course, the best Dolly.
Jolene,
I mean-
Jolene. It's such a good song. I know. Please don't take away my man. Houston's cover has since become one of the best-selling singles of all time and contributed to The Bodyguard being the top-selling soundtrack of all time. See, this is where the singer carried the movie rather than the movie carrying the song.
That drop.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got goosebumps even thinking about it.
That's I mean,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And her voice, the range, crazy. Let me see. Kevin Costner, Houston's male opposite and one of the film's co-producers, is actually responsible for suggesting this song for Houston to cover in the film's first track release. He brought the original song to composer David Foster, who rearranged it as a pop ballad for Houston. It topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 14 consecutive weeks, beating out Boyz II Men's 13 weeks. At the time, this was the record for the longest number one. It also reached number 3 on the Hot 100 after Houston's death in 2012. It's so sad.
That is so
Bobby
sad.
Bobby Brown just ruined her.
I don't know that. There's a documentary on her, and it wasn't just him.
Yeah.
Her family did that to her too. Like her.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
So, next, I chose this one because another cassette tape that I wore out.
God, we were just talking about her. I don't think that she has ever done anything wrong.
No.
She is beautiful. I mean, stunning.
Yes.
Yeah. Her voice, probably prettier than she is, if that's even fucking possible.
Right. So we're talking about Walking on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox. Annie Lennox fans will naturally wonder if Walking on Broken Glass refers to her long, treacherous love affair with her ex-Eurythmics partner, David Stewart. Walking on Broken Glass is the third single by Annie Lennox that appears off her 1992 solo album, Diva. It was written by Lennox herself and produced by Stephen Lipson. The song was a major commercial success, reaching number 1 in Canada, number 8 in the United Kingdom and Ireland, and number 14 in the United States single charts. The song's theme of scorned love inspired a classic music video. Director Sophie Muller pulled from period films depicting the late 18th century, including Dangerous Liaisons and Amadeus. Lennox plays an aristocratic lady trying to regain attention from a former lover played by John Malkovich, the star of Dangerous Liaisons. Lennox's other love interest is played by Hugh Laurie, the future house star, played Prince George on the TV comedy Blackadder. Yeah.
I love Hugh Laurie.
Yeah. And that album was also featured in the Demi Moore movie Striptease. Did you ever see that movie?
I did. I don't remember that.
Well, I remember it because that's when I was bartending in that movie theater that was out. So I've seen it like 1,000 times.
Right.
But when she strips, she dances to Annie Lennox songs from that album.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
You know what song is just a love song for a vampire? Have you ever heard that? On your way home, Google it.
Okay. Lennox recalled, "This was a wonderful video to create. There were some wonderful people involved, John Malkovich and Hugh Laurie, before he had an American accent. Mm-hmm. That was tremendous fun. The idea of it being a period piece like you're French. You can speak French.
Les Liaisons Dangereuses.
Thank you.
Close enough.
I would have read it with a Spanish accent, just like I did when I took French in college. Lennox saw a parallel between the film where a noble woman plots to take revenge against an unfaithful lover, and this song, the alternative title for Broken Glass, could easily have been Hell Hath No More Fury Than a Woman's... No, that's not the way you say it. Hell hath no more fury than a woman. I thought it was hell hath no fury than a woman.
I'm sure that...
I don't think more goes in there.
I think it probably does, and then we Americans just...
Well, I don't want to say that a woman scorned is just like hell. She's worse than hell. So I don't want the more in there.
Right, but it's hell hath no more. So hell is not as furious than a woman.
All right, we're just going to agree to disagree. Okay. The video is very wry and tongue-in-cheek. People can take me a little seriously sometimes, but I do actually have a rather radical sense of humor.
I bet she does.
I bet she has a really dark sense of humor.
I bet she does.
She's probably just like
I want to know her so bad.
All right, so in the final one, we can't do...
We probably
80s,
could
90s
have.
music without the Britney Spears.
Oh, baby.
Baby One More Time. I just can't watch Britney's videos anymore. Like
so sad.
I want to support her, but she is such a wreck. And she breaks my heart. Oh, it's awful. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. Baby One More Time attained global success, reaching number 1 in nearly every country it charted in. It also received numerous certifications around the world and is one of the best-selling singles of all time with over 18 million copies sold. Whenever I hear copies sold around the world, it just doesn't sound like that much. All the billions of people in the world and only 18 million bought it.
Yeah.
Like you would think in the United States, out of 350 million, there would be 18 million that would buy it.
True.
I don't know. Those numbers just never sound that big to me. Maybe that was back then. Maybe they sell like 50 billion now. This song is the first track on Britney's debut studio album of the same name. It was released as the lead single of the album on October 23rd, 1998. It was originally written for TLC, which wouldn't have been bad either. No. But they turned it down. It earned Spears a Grammy nomination for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. In January 2025, it amassed 1 billion streams on Spotify, joining its Billions Club after Spears' Toxic. And I don't care for Toxic.
Oh, I like Toxic.
I never really got why it was so popular.
I like it.
Similarly, the music video reached the milestone on YouTube because she's a child in a Catholic schoolgirl outfit.
Yep.
Anyway, from Charlie XCX 1999 to Anne Marie's 2002, Spears' influence is notorious as her song continues to be referenced. Its universal desire to quench loneliness, Spears' confessional vocals, and the distinguishable piano riff have made the single transcend generations, crowning it a pop classic.
Never was. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's Britney, bitch. I don't mind Britney. Never was a...
I was never a huge fan, but I've always tried to be supportive because her whole life has just been a train wreck. And now, oh God, those videos are terrible.
I can't believe that you did not put...
Oh no.
One
Cure song.
Yes.
You know what? And I'm actually so mad at myself right now because while I was
love fucking song on there.
Because while I was creating this, I was like, I have to put a Cure song in here. Heather will kill me. And
well, I'll just tell you.
Go for it.
Love Song by The Cure.
It's a love song.
It is written by Robert Smith for his wife,
Mary.
Which, so I don't know why, but I mean, I guess I know why because it's my algorithm on everything. But like the Cure shit has been popping up left and right for me.
It comes up on mine a lot too.
I belong to a lot of goth groups.
I don't. Are they making some sort of
they
cult
just
comeback?
they just had a new album come out.
I knew they had a new album come out.
And they just toured, which I should have gone. I heard it was amazing. I was so hesitant because I saw them outside once and I hated every second of it because they are not good outside. Mm-hmm. It was terrible.
Because their music is synth music.
It's not good. Although we saw Depeche Mode outside and that was good.
Yeah, but they put on a fucking good show.
I don't care who you are. If you ever get the chance to see Depeche Mode, go. They do put on one hell of a good show.
Yes.
It is a good time from the beginning to the end.
And you know all the words.
Yeah, it's great. It's a, yeah. I know, you could have put like Home.
Trust me, I could have made this a 10-hour episode.
Depeche Mode. Anyway,
another time we will make
Love Song.
Another one
was written to his wife Mary, and they have been married. Man, it's like 40 years now.
And these were actually breakup songs.
Oh yeah,
so
they didn't break up.
Thank God.
Okay. I'm sure there is one though from The Cure.
I promise.
Please don't cry.
Love cats? No.
We should do. I love The Cure. I have been on I was on a Guns N' Roses kick for a couple minutes and I just couldn't get enough.
Paradise City's my jam.
Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And even Every Rose Has Its Thorn. It's a really pretty
Motley
song.
Crue.
No, it's Poison.
It's Poison.
Okay.
Is it? Yes, Poison. Either way, it's all the same. Don't say that.
And I love everything by Motley Crue. And
Home Sweet Home is Motley Crue.
And I would have sex with Tommy Lee.
They were supposed to be here, but they didn't
get all the STDs he has.
They were here. No, they were supposed to be here in Ocean City.
Yeah, I remember that.
That they dropped out, and who picked up for it? Rage Against the Machine. And then they had to drop out. And so Rob Zombie took their place, and I was so sad because I didn't get to go. I was like, well, I would have gone for Rob fucking Zombie.
Yeah.
I love Rob Zombie. I don't care.
I do too.
I love his movies. I don't care if they're just a showcase to show off his wife's ass.
Well, he's got a hot wife.
He does have a hot wife, and she has a really nice ass. And I don't know if you remember the TV show Cribs.
Oh, yeah.
On MTV. They did a Cribs.
Oh, God.
Oh.
How?
I wanted to live there.
Of course you did.
First of all, did you know that Rob Zombie and Tim Burton are friends? And Tim Burton came over and painted a mural in their kids' room.
Shut the fuck up.
I will not. And so I was like, I want to live there. And they had a pool, but they had done nothing with the pool. So it was all like grown over and green. And he was like, yeah, we don't use the pool. But man, that house was just everything.
It's probably exactly what you want.
Exactly. I probably would have the pool though, but
yeah,
it would be covered and indoor.
I don't really see Rob Zombie floating around a pool, although it would be kind of cute. One of those long rafts with his drink in his
you should look
cup
up
holder.
Goths in non-goth places.
I think I've seen that.
It's freaking hilarious. And then there's another one. It's the Grim Reaper, and they have him in different, and he's like floating around in
Is that the guy on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's-
I've been following him for years.
Like at the beach, and he's on the lifeguard stand.
Yes.
And then he's in
He's amazing.
in the little pool floaty
Yep.
that's a pink flamingo.
Yes.
And he's in his little Grim Reaper.
He's the best.
He really is. That's good. That was really good.
Thanks.
I guess we can just remove The Cure because it is not a breakup.
Yeah. I'll do one about love songs one time, and I promise to include The Cure.
Well, I mean, we should just do okay.
Oh yeah, do an episode on The Cure for sure. But
Yeah, and
That's on you.
My dad calls Depeche Mode Chapesmo. So we should really do an episode on Chapesmo because
there you have the name of the episode.
we have been to many Depeche.
So many.
So many.
Yeah,
We should have gone to this last. They just toured too.
I know. My first husband was he thought he was Dave Gahan.
He did sound.
I was going to say he could sing. He had a band for a minute, but he would force his voice to sound like Dave Gahan. I don't know what his voice actually sounds like, but that's what he was trying to mimic, and he was very good at it.
Very good at it.
Very good. Yeah. So literally, anytime they were
giving him
around,
credit for that, but yes,
yeah, that was a little painful, but I'm practicing kindness.
credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Yep.
I should have thought of that one when I went to parenting classes after the divorce, and they were like, come up with like 5 good things to say about your ex. And I was like, I literally can't come up with one. And they were like, no, they were trying to teach you to have nice things
Right.
to say about them to your children. I just chose to not say anything at all about him to my children. But I was like, no, seriously, I can't. And then I started like going through things, like trying to figure it out. And the one dude looks at me and he goes, man, he sounds like an asshole. I was like, well, yeah, that's why I'm here.
And scene. Yeah. Yeah. Depeche Mode. Well, we the last time we went to see Depeche Mode, I won those tickets.
You did
on the radio.
And that was like at the tail end of winning tickets on the radio.
radio.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know. I haven't listened to the radio. I couldn't even tell you. But I was. Imagine that. I was every caller.
I remember that.
I was every number. Finally, the guy was like, "Okay." I'm like, yeah, I don't know why you just give these. Nobody's calling.
That was the time we went to DC and the president was coming through, right?
Oh yeah,
And we got stuck in traffic.
It was George W. I would think it wasn't Obama.
Or Clinton.
It wasn't Clinton. It was in the 2000s.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I guess we were in college when Clinton was around.
Yeah,
It might have been George W.
it would have had to been George W.
It wasn't Obama.
It wasn't. Obama,
We would remember if we were like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Obama was driving by.
I mean, it's really. Now that Biden was president, kind of saw that a lot, but
Yeah.
because he lives here,
Yeah.
so he spends a lot of vacation time here.
I'm just excited that we get a presidential library now.
I know.
It's so cool.
Well, they're going to put it in Wilmington, I guess, or up that way.
I'm sure they will.
It would be nice
That's
if
where
they
all
put
the
it in
fancy
Rehoboth.
stuff is. That's where they really should put it.
Okay, he loves to be there.
Yeah. They won't. That property
No,
is too,
I was going to say
too
where would they
valuable.
put it? Property is ridiculous. Anyway, that's the adult portion of our. How much property has gone up here? That's a whole different podcast. So, you can. Well, first, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
You can like, share, rate, review. Oh,
Please.
wait. One other thing. I was on. So we're in all these Facebook groups, right? That talk about podcasting, so I can learn things. And everybody is like, it takes me 4 hours to edit, and I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Because it literally takes me however long the episode is.
Our listeners are probably like, yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, y'all
Because
suck.
I literally wrote this an hour before I came down here.
Well, I guess people get so like hung up on the ums and the ands, but it's conversation. Like
Exactly.
I mean, I do cut some of it out, but I don't
And
know.
I say some dumb shit sometimes you got to cut out. but-
Well, and then we stop it,
right.
so it's not like we continue and let it roll. Like just stop it,
Yeah.
because we did get. It's fun. Not that you all care, but that's funny. We used to whisper it to each other. We need to stop, and then we figured out that we don't need to whisper.
Well, I think what I mean, we're just one and done. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to rehearse. We're not going to go back and be like, I think we need to. No, fuck that. You get what you get.
You don't like it. Oh,
But hopefully you like it. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
Even if Heather doesn't care.
I do care deeply. I'm just saying. I don't care about editing.
Right.
I just pause it.
I know. And all these like podcasting people bug us on
Oh my God.
socials. God, it's the absolute worst. It's the worst part about having a podcast is all the messengers. I can boost your blah, 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 blah. Dude, seriously, we are sitting here at a folded card table with 2 laptops, two $50 microphones.
Yeah.
And we just busted this out. Like, what you heard is what we did. We did not like redo anything.
AI does the rest.
So yeah, we don't want to pay anyone to do this because we're just not.
Not until
We're
we get
not
famous.
fancy yet.
So back to like, share, rate, review. Find us where you find podcasts. If you want to contribute to us, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee. It's like whatever, buymeacoffee.com/like whatever. I think
That's a lot of like whatever's in the title.
like whatever pod too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're never gonna find it, but
You can if you just go to Buy Me a Coffee and then just search.
Yeah,
it,
like whatever. It's-
whatever.
hopefully
Don't then. Fuck you. You can follow us on all the socials. I like whatever pod. You can send us an email about what your favorite breakup song of the 80s and 90s is. And you can send that to likewhateverpod@gmail.com or don't. Like whatever.
Whatever.
Bye.